What's going on, guys? It's me, Shane. As I told you in our last video, that I'm going to try to do the whole month of February talking about a different comic book hero of African American or African descent. So, I'm kind of 3 days late. Forgive me for that. But today's hero is Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. Miles Morales is half black, half Puerto Rican. His father is a police officer, and his mother, I believe, she was a teacher. He's also the nephew of the Prowler. He was created in 2011 by Brian Michael Bendis and Sara Pichelli. He was more or less supposed to replace Peter Parker of that universe once Peter Parker died. He got bitten by a different spider, which resulted in him having the same powers as Peter, but I want to say two key differences. He could camouflage himself, i.e. turn invisible. He has Bioblast, which is something very reminiscent of Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman, where he can deliver a small shock that can incapacitate, or he can let out a Mega Volt, which is big enough to kind of throw almost like a Hadouken. The original Spider-Man creator, Stan Lee, was very much in favor of Miles Morales. If I can pull up a quote here, I believe Stan said that if there was any way for them to show that there's diversity in the world, or for them to give more people more hope, he's glad that they're actually doing their part. Miles had his big screen debut on Into the Spider-Verse. The movie's won like 8 awards. One of the best things out there. If you have not seen it, please go watch it. Miles is there's been some kind of for lack of better words, criticism about Miles Morales. You know, a lot of times his him living in the urban area, him being biracial, him being black, it's not necessarily brought up. But what I really like about him is that he has a struggle figuring out who he is. He wants to be Spider-Man, but he doesn't want to be known as the Black Spider-Man. He wants to be known just as Spider-Man. And actually, in the very beginning of his time, he didn't want to be Spider-Man because, well, mutants and the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610, mutants, no one liked them because Magneto ended up flooding the whole world. Mutants were assassinating people. Tons of people died. He thought he was a mutant, and his dad looked down on people with powers. It's very fortunate that he was able to come into the main universe, also known as the 616 universe, through the I want to say 2015 Secret Wars events, where several universes were just outright destroyed. Others had merged with the main universe. He's one of the few characters that actually remembers that he didn't come from this main universe, in addition to the main universe's Peter Parker, who has taken up to mentoring him more or less. I won't stop right there, but more or less like something else that we've seen. So why is he my favorite? Gotta say, Miles is my favorite because not only is he smart, like he is highly intelligent. He was highly intelligent before he got bit by the spider. He does things in his own way. He's not just like Peter Parker, where it's like, oh man, I gotta do this and I gotta get the girl, blah blah blah. Yeah, he's finding time to try to have a real life, but you feel his struggle is a little bit different. Like coming from a family where your uncle is a villain, your dad used to not like superpower people until the universe reset in 2015. He's gone through a lot, and he's actually proven himself to be a very, very stable hero. Pardon me. He was first endorsed by Aunt May and Nick Fury, and as we all know, Nick Fury in the Ultimate Universe looks like Sam Jackson, so that's the perfect person to try to bring him in. Coincidentally, that Nick Fury is also in the main universe, but he's original white Nick Fury's son. His motivations are not the same. And actually, one of the things that defined him is when he joined this new Champions team That book came out, I want to say 2017, where him and a bunch of other younger superheroes like Kamala Khan, the new Nova, young Cyclops from the past, Vision's daughter, Vivian or Vi, I think. They all came together. There's a couple other people in there. I'm just paraphrasing for video. They came together to make their own group because Miles Morales was on the Ultimates, which is the Ultimate Universe version of the Avengers. But he's also on the actual Avengers. He's proven that he can carry the responsibilities of being Spider-Man, powers or not. Over a long amount of time, he kind of felt like an outsider in his own book, and I think that is the key thing about him. He kind of represents, without Bendis probably knowing this, that is kind of what it's like to be more or less a black nerd. You know, first of all, we're black, and we're in this world, but at the same time, there's another world we're in, you know. We have this knowledge about comics and anime and stuff like that. So you kind of feel like an outsider of your own world, and at the same time, if you're just talking about in the global capacity, things like what I'm doing now has not really been smiled upon, not really frowned upon either. Some people still consider people who make money off of doing this, or people who doing it for fun, but just happen to get paid. They don't look at it as being real, or being a real job, or being anything that people should praise. But that's part of the reason why I like Miles. If I can say another reason why I love Miles Morales, is me and a buddy went to C2E2. I want to say it was the year or two before Stan Lee passed away. And Stan Lee said that when he made Spider-Man, he made him with the mask because he wanted anybody to feel like they could be Spider-Man. Black kid, white kid, girl, Muslim, Christian, atheist, doesn't matter. He wanted somebody that could show people that anyone can be a superhero. And with all the different incarnations of Spider-Man, especially Miles being one of the most major players at being Spider-Man, I think Stan Lee has definitely succeeded. So stay tuned for my day 2 late video, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this. Keep you up to date. I promise I'm going to do more videos, and I'll see you next time.